I wonder what will happen next. What will happen next? What will happen next? What will happen next? What will happen next? What will happen next?
What's up, everybody? I'm Cody.
And I'm Kelvin. Welcome to our lab, the Wow Lab. Hello to everyone watching our live video today.
Here in the Wow Lab, we want to hear the things you wonder about and see if we can find some answers that make you say, wow, wow, wow,
Wow. Okay, but do you remember what it means to wonder? Okay then, check this out.
I wonder what I look like when I press my face up against the window.
I wonder if I could get my dog to sit in a swing at the park.
I wonder why cats hate baths. I wonder why my baby sister always spits up.
I wonder when my voice changes when I breathe in helium.
Yes, wonder is when we are curious and feel surprised by what we find. God created our brains to wonder about the things around us because when we do, we'll be able to see how awesome and wonderful He is.
In short, wonder makes us say, wow! Whew. So, Kelvin, anything make you say wow this week?
Well, actually lots of things. Like how bright the stars were last night, the smell of homemade pie cooking in my grandma's oven, and I've been praying for my friend's broken leg to feel better, and he miraculously got to get his cast off 2 weeks early.
Wow, that is a miracle. But I wonder how miracles really happen. Do you wonder?
I sure do, and it looks like some of you do too. Taz Sports 25 says, yeah, how do miracles happen?
And Walkin' Egg Roll wants to know, how did Jesus do miracles? And did he really walk on water?
Yeah, and here's another good one. Sparkle870 says, can I perform a miracle?
Those are wonderful questions. How can we answer those for you guys?
I have an idea for how we can do it. And while we head outside to get this experiment set up, you guys get up on your feet because it's time for dance battle.
Lab rats versus lab cats dance battle. This side of the room will dance with the lab rat, and this side of the room will dance with the lab cat. Get on your feet and help your team win. Lab cats freeze. Lab rats, let's see your moves. Now, lab rats freeze. Lab cats, show us what you've got. The battle is done, and let's see who won. It was the lab cats.
Okay, I've got an epic experiment for us to do today. This container is full of water. Have you guys ever heard of someone walking on water?
Yeah, didn't Jesus do that?
He sure did. Let's see if you can walk on water, Cody.
Okay.
Who thinks that Cody can walk on top of this water?
What? Come on, guys. You don't think I can do it? I think if I just go super fast, like the Jesus lizard, I can get across it.
Well, we're gonna give it a try. You guys say this with me. Ready, set, go!
Did I do it?
Unfortunately, no. You're not able to walk on top of the water.
I guess I wouldn't be all wet if I was on top of the water. Man, I've always wondered what it'd be like to walk on water.
Well, the day is not over yet. I have one more experiment for us to try, but I'm gonna need your help. See these bags of cornstarch? We're gonna open them up and dump them in the water. And while we do that, you guys check this out.
Hey, Beaker,
Yeah, Millie?
what is a miracle?
Well, a miracle is when God causes a special interruption to the way things normally work, and something that was impossible becomes possible.
Wow, so are miracles like magic?
Well, no, magic tricks are just that. Tricks. They're illusions that trick your eyes and your mind into thinking that something impossible happened, but really, a person made it happen. True miracles happen because of God's power. They show that He is in charge of everything, everywhere, from planets and stars to everything we see and don't see here on Earth. Take water, for example. Since God is in charge of water, He can do whatever He pleases with it.
Is that why so many miracles in the Bible have water in them?
You know, you're right. A lot of miracles we read about in the Bible do have water in them. That's probably because everyone knows what water is like and how it normally works. It's wet, it's powerful, and it's hard to contain. So when God does something with water that it doesn't normally do, everyone knows that it must be a miracle. One of my favorite miracles about water happened when God sent Joshua and all of the Israelites toward the Jordan River. Joshua went all throughout the camp telling the people to get ready because tomorrow God was going to do amazing things among them.
Like what?
Well, God was leading His people out of the desert and giving them a better home in a new land. But this land was on the other side of a really big river, the Jordan River.
It was probably scary for so many people to have to cross a huge river like that. And moving to a new place can be pretty scary too.
But God didn't want them to be scared. Instead, He wanted His people to see how powerful He was and that He was really with them, taking care of them wherever they went. So God had Joshua tell the priests to carry the Ark of the Covenant towards the river.
What's the Ark of the Covenant?
It's a really special box that God told His people to make, and inside of it, they were to keep the stone tablets with the 10 Commandments on them. But the special thing about the Ark of the Covenant was that it represented God's power. So that's why Joshua said to the Israelites, "Come here, listen to what the Lord your God is saying. You will soon know that the living God is among you. He will certainly drive out the people now living in the land where we are going. He'll do it to make room for you. The ark will go into the Jordan River ahead of you. The priests will carry the ark of the Lord. And as soon as the priests step into the Jordan, it will stop flowing. The water that's coming down the river will pile up in one place. That's how you will know that the living God is among you."
So what happened when they got to the river? Did it really stop flowing?
Yes, and everyone who lived near this river knew that it wasn't just a little stream. It was a huge river that was overflowing its banks during this time of year. But as soon as the priest's feet touched the water's edge, the water stopped flowing, and all of the Israelites, which was probably over 2 million people, walked through the river on dry ground.
Wow, that was a miracle.
Yeah, it was because only God could cause a special interruption to the river like that.
But couldn't the people have built a dam to stop up the river or a bridge to cross over it?
Possibly, but that would have taken a really long time. Instead, God did something in an instant that could have taken a long time to do, and that proved to the people just how powerful He was.
So, if only God can do miracles, then how did Jesus do miracles too?
Remember, Millie, Jesus is God's Son, and He's one of the 3 parts of God. So when God sent Jesus here to live on earth for a little while, He had all the same power that God has, and He showed people that He was from God by doing a lot of miracles.
Now let me guess, they had something to do with water.
Not all of them, but a lot of them did. Like the time Jesus' friends, His disciples, were out in a boat on the Sea of Galilee and it started storming.
I bet they were scared.
Yeah, they were. But then Jesus came walking out to their boat on top of the water. This actually made them more scared because they thought He was a ghost.
Yeah, because nobody has ever seen anyone walk on water before.
Right away, Jesus told them, Be brave. It's me. Don't be afraid. And then he climbed into the boat with them, and the storm calmed down.
How did Jesus do that?
He had God's power, and only God has the power to make the impossible possible.
I can wonder about miracles.
Okay, I think it's about ready.
What exactly do we have here, Kelvin?
This is the chemistry experiment where we mix the cornstarch with the water that was already in this big container, and we add a little food coloring just for fun.
Wonder what it feels like.
All right, Cody, well, go ahead and just stick your foot in there and try it out. All right, now I want you to try running across it just like you did when it was water.
But I'm gonna get stuck.
Don't be afraid. Just run across as fast as you can.
All right, here goes nothing.
Whoa!
Wow, did I really just do that?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Well, it's because you use some power. You see, when you stick something in the mixture, which is called oobleck, by the way, very slowly, it sinks in. But when you put some power behind it, like that, it doesn't sink in.
Wow, and the same thing happened when Jesus walked across the Sea of Galilee. Or was it just a big pile of oobleck?
No, Jesus didn't need oobleck because he had God's power. And with God's power, he could do anything, even walk across a sea full of actual real-life water.
So that's how Jesus did it. And that answers TazSport 25's question about how miracles happen.
And it helps with Walk and Egg Roll, who was wondering about how Jesus did miracles. He really did walk on water because he had God's power, which is what makes all miracles possible.
But we haven't answered Sparkle 870's question yet. She asked, can I perform miracles?
Well, I'm gonna let Professor Sai answer that one right after you guys play this game.
Can you find two pictures that match? Way to go!
Professor Sai, here to help you wonder why. Have you ever wondered why you don't see miracles happening every day? That's because miracles are really special. If your parents gave you something special, like a pack of gum, every single day of your life, eventually the gum wouldn't seem special anymore. In the same way, miracles are special, and they always will be. That's why they're called miracles and not normals. Even though we may not see miracles happening every day, God is still doing them. And did you know that God can use anybody to do a miracle? With God, all things are possible. So we can ask Him for whatever we need and believe that if it's what is best, He will do it. What's something that seems impossible in your life? Maybe it seems impossible to have good friends or to stand up to a bully. Maybe it seems impossible for your parents to get along or for your grandpa to be healed of cancer. Or maybe it feels impossible for you ever to get good grades in school. Whatever comes to mind, tell God what it is and ask Him to do a miracle. And don't forget to look for how He answers. You know how when you look at something under a microscope, it looks bigger and you can see things about it that you couldn't see before? And then seeing those new things make you wonder about it even more. The same is true for God. The more you look into who He is, the more amazing things you'll find out, and the more you'll wonder about Him and the great things He does.
I can wonder about miracles.
Lord, who is like you? Majestic and holy, you. All of the things you do, all of your glory fills me with wonder. Oh yeah, you. Majestic and holy, you. All of the things you do, all of your glory fills me with wonder. your beauty, your justice that show you're amazing. Yeah, you amaze me. Your power, your goodness, your beauty, your justice that show you're amazing. Oh yeah, you amaze me. You, majestic and holy, you, all of the things you do, all of your glory fills me with wonder. Oh yeah, you, majestic and holy, you, all of the things you do, all of your glory fills me with wonder. You do amazing things. Your power, your goodness, your beauty, your justice that show you're amazing. Yeah, you amaze me. Your power, your goodness, your beauty, your justice that show you're amazing. Oh yeah, you amaze me. You, majestic and holy, you, all of the things you do, all of your glory fills me with wonder. Oh yeah, you, majestic and holy, you, all of the things you do, all of your glory fills me with wonder. You do amazing things.
We found out a lot of things about miracles today that make us say,
Wow! And the more things you all can remember, the higher Cody climbs up the ladder. Then we'll see what happens when he drops this crazy heavy bowling ball into the pool of oobleck.
don't worry, my precious Regina. They won't hurt you.
Taz Sports 25 asks, how do miracles happen? You got it, Taz. God has all the power to cause special interruptions to how things normally work and make the impossible possible. That's how miracles happen, my friends. And now, Cody, you can take your first step.
I hope you guys get these next two right because I really wonder if my precious Regina has the power to crash through this oobleck if I drop her from the tops of the ladder.
Walk and Egg Roll wanted to know, how did Jesus do miracles? Did he really walk on water? That's exactly right. Jesus really did walk on water and do all sorts of miracles because he is God's son and has God's power. Move on up, Cody.
Moving on up. Doop, 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 doop.
Sparkle 870 asks, can I perform a miracle? You nailed it, Sparkle 870. God can use anybody to do miracles, and our part in that is to pray and ask him to make the impossible possible.
I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm so proud of you, Regina. You ready to show them what you can do? Whew. 3, 2, 1. I'm coming!
Well, looks like the oobleck is more powerful than Cody realized, but that doesn't even compare to the power God has to do in miracles in each one of our lives.
I can wonder about miracles.
God's one awesome God. That's why Moses said, Lord, who among the gods is like you? Who is like you? You are majestic and holy. Your glory fills me with wonder. You do amazing things. Exodus 15:11. God is more powerful than I can imagine, and I really hope I get to be a part of one of his miracles someday.
You know what? You should tell him that.
Good idea. You guys pray with me. Just bow your heads, close your eyes, and say what I'm saying in your heart. Hey God, you are so awesome and powerful. My mind is filled with wonder at all the miracles you can do. I would love to be a part of you doing a miracle. But if I never get to see one with my own eyes, I still know for sure that you have the power to do anything. Thank you for being the best. I love you. Amen.
All right, that's all for today. But if you got more questions, here's what you can do. Talk to God. Tell him what you're wondering about. You can even ask him to show you an answer. Read the Bible. It's full of amazing things that will blow your mind. You can even ask a grown-up what you're wondering and see what they can help you find. And of course, tune in next time to see what answers we discover.
And next week is our last episode of the season. Here's a hint if you want to know what it's going to be about. Just look in the bathroom.
The bathroom?
Yeah. The bathroom.
Oh, yeah, look in the bathroom. As always, keep wondering until you find out something that makes you say, wow! See you next time, guys.
Bye.
I can wonder about miracles.